Another day, another car to unbox. What's up, everyone? Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. Here's a nice new buggy from ZD Racing. Looks pretty sweet. It's a 120 amp brushless 4-wheel drive 1/8 scale buggy. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, I've had a few ZD Racings in the past and they seem pretty good. No issues with them. Good value for money. But let's go check it out. Here we have the new ZD Racing 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive electric brushless off-road buggy. It's a Pirates 2 BX8E. Let's have a quick look around the box. Looks like it's been kicked a few times by my couriers, but anyway, it's a 1/8 scale buggy. It features installed high torque metal geared servo, 2.4 GHz controller, strong power, 2200 kV, 427 brushless motor, ZTW. And that's interesting. A ZTW 120 amp brushless ESC, strong space level T6 aluminium alloy parts, all metal, ultra high smooth degree of large capacity shock absorbers. Yeah, 80 kilometers an hour or 50 miles an hour for you guys in the US. Not much on that side. Picture of the car. It comes in two different varieties, the black edition or the blue. I have the blue kicked upside here, just saying it's got metal parts, T6 aluminium chassis. It's got a high grade steel center differential, 120 amp ESC, blah blah blah. Enough of that. Here we go. Oh yeah, cooking with gas there. I do like that colour. But let's have a quick look in this baggie. Want to go check out the link? It's from GearBest. You can have a look for yourself. But here we go. The 9020. There we go. That's the actual model number. Yeah, okay. Not much to see. These manuals are decent. They give you good instructions on you know, how to put things back together, how to set up the car and all that kind of stuff. It does have actually like a manual if you're going to building it. So if you do break it and you want to put it back together, easy as pie. Comes with a full parts list and all that kind of good stuff as well. A few little components in there. They look like little spaces that you use for different steering servos. Now, here we have the 2.4 GHz controller into this bad boy. I do like ZD Racing. I've had a fair few of their cars. So, first test. Yeah. Only got 4AA batteries, which is what I want to see. Throttle and steering reverse switches. Got your steering trim, throttle trim, and your steering dual rate. All that kind of stuff. Has a bind button, LED button, and a button there to tell you if the battery is getting a little bit low. But it's got a nice little foam pad on here. Stubby antenna, so you can't snap that off. Sweet. Looks decent. Feels okay. Not too cheap. Now the car itself. Out of there. Now it says it comes with batteries, but my one didn't. Now sometimes there's an issue with that, shipping stuff to Australia, batteries and all that kind of jargon, all that crap. So unfortunately we may miss out sometimes on batteries, but whatever, it does look sweet. I do like it. I like the shape of it actually, I think it looks cool. Very buggy-like. The lights are so bright. Alright, turn a little bit down, but here we have a look at the actual car itself. Yeah, like I mentioned, does look good. Nice, strong, beefy parts. The aluminium that you see on the shock tower looks fairly decent. A lot of different shock position mounting, so you can adjust it as you see fit. But let's take off this body. Hold on by just basic 2 body clips. And there you go. I have the blue version there. It does come in another colour as well, but basic body buggy styling, whatever you want to call it. Nice. I like that, how the windows are cut out, or the clear. Looks cool. I do like that. You can see the nitro version, this would have been cut out if there is one, but yeah, there we go. Now, here we go into the belly of the beast. Have a little quick look around. This is going to be a quick video. Have a look at the car, unbox it, and first look. Next video, do a speed test or bashing video. Not too sure which one comes first, but yeah. First video here, we'll just be having a look. Now, there we have, we can first have a look. Now that is a ZTW 120 amp ESC. That looks very familiar to the one that you get on the, I think the original Cheetah, JLB Cheetah had that same ESC. If not, they had an 80 amp version that looked extremely similar to that, so that's pretty cool. And we follow that through here. You have our brushless motor. As you can see, fairly large. These motors are okay, but they've had issues with the brushless motors that you get with these guys. Aluminium motor mount looks nice, very easy to get to with the You can change the mesh and all that kind of stuff to get rid of that pinion if you want to change it up, so that's really nice. Center differential there is easy as well. You can adjust. So that seems very easy to work on. Here you have your metal geared steering servo lying down there, and on top of that you have your receiver box, hopefully kind of clear or keep everything or the majority of water and dust out of the electronics and where you don't want them to be. That servo is attached to a servo saver right there. You can adjust it, it seems like. Yes, you can. So you can probably adjust the preload on that spring if you want it to be weaker or harder. And I've noticed that all the steering components, like that drag link or drag bar, I'm not sure that exactly the terminology, that is nice chunky aluminium, and it does have a fair few positions. You can see different positions, so you can change that as well, which is nice. And even though these are turnbuckles as well, so you can adjust your toe in and toe out as well. Up here as well you can see a nice juicy metal front mount, and that also has a nice brace here as well. The front and the rear, you can see a nice metal mount as well, so that's kind of aluminium, sorry. So that's cool. And in the center you can see a nice, quite thick, that looks about 2.5 millimeter drive shaft. That is traditional dog bone, and same as the front, going from the center to the rear and the front differentials. Now moving on to the front, you can see that we do have, I'll keep my hand still, sway bars here as well. Everything seems pretty beefy. You can see here that these, the top A-arms are quite beefy as well, and you can adjust the camber in negative or positive just there as well. If I get the camera to focus. There we go. So as you can see, just there. Now I think these are just traditional. I don't think these are CVD drive shafts either, but they look decent enough for the power. They seem the same diameter as the center drive shaft as well. Overall seems good. All plastic construction here for the hub carriers and all that kind of good stuff. As you have a look underneath it, they do look pretty beefy. You do also have several mounting holes for the shocks as well at the front. You've got 2 at the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 2, 4, 6 holes up here as well. So a lot of adjustability for your suspension. And as you can see, they are aluminium shocks, coilover style, or no plastic here, or aluminium, except for the bottom boot here with this plastic. But it does also have a nice rubber boot to keep out all that rubbish and dirt away from your shocks, which is a nice touch. Simple but effective, and I do like it. Small little front bumper here as well. You can just turn it upside down. You can see T6 aluminium, nice champagne colour aluminium. It looks cool. Everything is nicely countersunk, no hang-ups there or anything. Or Allen head screws. No Phillips heads here to be seen. It does kick up on the edges as well, and that's where this black plastic extenders on the side meet up to as well. Gives you that really wide stance, doesn't it? But yeah, I guess it helps protect the internals as well and stop some of the dirt getting into the chassis. Now we flip around to the back of the car. Pretty much the same affair here. You've got a lot of positions here as well for your camber and all that kind of stuff. You've got 6 positions here, 6 positions as well for the top, for the shocks as well, 2 at the bottom here on the lower A-arms. But everything is pretty much the same as the front. You've got your sway bar there as well, and your traditional drive shafts as well. So not much to see there. Now your wing here, it seems that the angle can be adjusted. You've got 2 holes at the front and 3 at the back, so you can adjust the angle there. Not too sure if that makes a big difference, but fairly thick shock towers. They look the same at the front and the rear, the same thickness as well. Your differential casings, front and back, are in plastic, but they all are metal geared throughout, so that should be no problem. The center spurgy here, that certainly looks and feels like plastic, so there's something just to be take aware of, but that's not a bad thing. As long as it's got good mesh, you're probably normally fine with that. It's not like it's a monster truck putting massive amounts of power through it. Here's your battery tray. You can fit a standard size. Well, I think they, like I mentioned, they have 2S batteries that come with it, but my one that I don't get it, maybe there's issues with delivering to Australia. You can fit your standard 4S style, like 4,500 milliamp hour battery in there, no problems whatsoever. I do like it. They look very similar to some of the other ones I've had on the channel before, and I've had no issues with them before. Some of the ZD Racing, I think the ZD Monster Truck had issue with the some of the suspension parts here breaking. I'm not too sure exactly. I think it was the drive hub or the hub here that comes off the main wheel. But yeah, no big deal. Let's see how this one fares. As you can see, traditional style buggy looking wheels, 17mm hex, nice aluminium and pretty beefy to the rubber feels quite, obviously they've got a foam insert, but fairly grippy, fairly soft. Time will tell when we get it out on the track and give it a good test and see how it handles. But overall, from the factory, the suspension does feel quite nice. It does have oil in there, which is the main thing. It's not just air filled. Yeah, I do like it. So far, so good. Yeah, for bang for buck, I think these are like $300 Australian on GearBest. So what's that? $200 US. I'm not too sure exactly, but ready to run. You just need your battery and charger. That's all you need to get going with this. So AA batteries with a controller for this, and also a charger to charge those bad boys up. But I don't think there's any much more to say about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you had this before, I might end up changing this over with a Hobby Wing. But ZTW, we've had that ZTW here as well, that massive 12S thing of just the 300 amp one. So I'm interested to know that they actually made this as well. I wonder if it can be programmable. I'll definitely have to try that out. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Overall, seems pretty impressive. The center differential and all this piece around here, that's all plastic. I don't think that's going to be a problem because it's these front and rear braces are pretty thick aluminium, and it's all joined, kind of all together into aluminium here, except for the back part just here. But so it seems pretty sturdy, pretty stiff. So yeah. Oh, one thing else I noticed that it does have droop screws just there. If I don't know what the droop screw is, if you screw that down, it will lower or raise the suspension height. So you can lower the, if you push the droop screw in, it's going to push it up like that and keep it at that particular height. You'd see that hole right there. Once you screw that down, it hits this part of the chassis and it'll screw into it like that and bring it up. That goes for the front as well. As you can see, that hole just in there, that's just a basic style grub screw. So it's got droop screws, a lot of adjustability for the suspension. So you don't want to be, it's a buggy, so you want to have some type of suspension tuning and geometry. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that's going to leave it there. I don't want to leave it too long. Let me know what you guys think. Link is in the description if you want to go check it out. It is from GearBest. Yeah, thanks guys. Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. If you like the video, thumbs that bad boy up. If you haven't, please subscribe and also hit that little notification bell so you get notified of all the cool and heaps of videos coming up soon. So thanks guys. See you around.